By the end of 2019, if you don't know who Lizzo is, then I don't know where you've been, because she has undoubtedly taken this year by storm, and now she's being recognized for all of her accomplishments. What's up, y'all? It's Emile Ennis Jr. here with Clevver News, and Lizzo does not need a DNA test to know that 2019 has 100% been that year. And after a very successful year, she's definitely ending 2019 on a high note. And no, I'm not just talking about her 8 first-time Grammy nominations, which is more nominations than any other artist received for the upcoming award show. I'm talking about how she was just honored by Time magazine as the Entertainer of the Year. And I can't think of someone who deserves it more than Lizzo. I mean, sure, there were tons of other artists that had great 2019s as well, but this was undeniably Lizzo's year. She made history as the first Black solo female R&B singer to go #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 since Rihanna in 2012, and her award show appearances alone have been unforgettable. I mean, hello, we all remember that giant inflatable butt at the VMAs and that tiny Valentino purse from the AMA's red carpet. And if you're a fan of hers, then you know that body positivity and self-love are two of the most important pillars in the message she sends to everyone she reaches. But during a time when influencers were selling diet supplements and unrealistic body standards, Lizzo was selling something even more radical: the idea that you're already enough. However, it took a while before people were open to hearing this message.
You listen to me.
And I can attest to that. I've been a fan of Lizzo for a long time, and many people don't even know that her song Truth Hurts actually came out over 2 years ago, even though it's all you hear on the radio now. And while it may look like Lizzo is suddenly everywhere you look, she's actually been working hard for over a decade. I mean, it's been 6 years since her debut studio album, but she's played the long game and never gave up on her path. Lizzo said, quote, "I just think that people were ready to hear, and they're also ready to receive it from someone like me. And as much as that's true, we also have to credit how talented Lizzo truly is. She sings, co-writes, and produces all of her own music, and don't even get me started on how talented she is on the flute. Playing the flute is cooler than it's ever been because of Lizzo. I mean, where was she when I was in 6th grade picking an instrument?" I will never get over that performance. I mean, it's iconic, she's iconic, but the interview wasn't just about her music. Part of what makes Lizzo so relatable is that even as she preaches self-empowerment, she opens up about her struggles. This may have been an amazing year for her, but it wasn't always easy. She spoke to Time about how much she's grown over this last year. Lizzo said, "From March to now, I was experiencing a little bit of unhappiness. I was not happy with the way I felt to my body. I didn't feel sexy, and I didn't know when it was going to end. There were times when I would go on stage and be like, y'all, I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling myself." She went on to explain that, quote, "Sometimes I break down and cry. Sometimes the audience would just cheer to make me feel better. I was getting sick a lot. I was like, what the is going on? I need to fall back in love with my body." And Lizzo talked about how she's been working on herself in therapy and how she never expected to be famous in this way. She just wanted to share her message and her music. Lizzo has also been open about her mental health on social media, sharing,
"Because I know that because of this sadness, I'm gonna be able to feel joy."
And we love how vulnerable and honest Lizzo has been with her audience, even when it isn't easy. And now with just a couple of weeks left in this decade, Lizzo is not only excited about her year, but she's excited about how the year was for Black women overall. She said, quote, "I was so excited about all the women in 2019. Being a Black woman is popping, but like right now in mainstream culture, we're finally getting a little more respect and getting our due. To be one of those women out there speaking up for us is really incredible, and being heard." And that's something we can all get on board with, but Lizzo wasn't the only person Time honored this year. While Lizzo was the Entertainer of the Year, environmental activist Greta Thunberg was Time's Person of the Year. The 16-year-old climate activist from Sweden is the magazine's youngest choice to be named Person of the Year. Time magazine's editor-in-chief spoke about choosing Greta and said, quote, "She became the biggest voice on the biggest issue facing the planet this year, coming from essentially nowhere to lead a worldwide movement. Young people are demanding change, and urgently. She embodies youth activism." And in case you don't know about Greta's work, she quickly became one of the world's most notable climate change activists by protesting alone outside the Swedish parliament during school hours on Fridays when she was 15 years old. Her initiative to strike rallied students to protest against climate change throughout Europe, but that movement quickly spread across the globe and eventually became called Fridays for Future. Her solo protest eventually prompted millions of people in 150 countries to, quote, "act on behalf of the planet." And we were just as excited to see Greta have her moment as we were about Lizzo. Both of these strong, empowered ladies have exactly the energy we need going into 2020, and I can't wait to see what they both do next. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about Time magazine's choices for Entertainer of the Year and Person of the Year? Did you read the full articles? Let us know in the comment section below. And then guys, if you want to make sure you see all of our celeb coverage, what you need to do is subscribe to Clevver News by clicking that button right over there. And after that, click that bell so you don't miss any of our new stories. And then click right over here for even more entertainment news. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on Clevver, guys. I'm Emile Ennis Jr. and I hope you have a great day.